Welcome to another week. Glad to have you with us as always. Starting off on somewhat of a gray note out there on this Monday, October the 14th. Well, changes are coming weather-wise. Indeed, we're going to see some much cooler air. Our luck does appear to have run out in the relatively near future. We've got some showers, possibly some thunderstorms in the forecast, nothing really severe, but it will all signal a change that is about to happen. We've got a cold front coming, and it will certainly go a long way to knock temperatures, and I'm just looking here, hoping for some good news in the latest update from the National Weather Service, and tomorrow we'll see the 70s, and that's the last day we're going to see them for quite some time. I'll tell you more about what's expected ahead in just a few moments. Now, once again, as far as what's expected ahead for the rest of the program, it's going to be a wait-and-see scenario for both of us. For the past couple of weeks, on a couple of occasions, I've referred to some new processes we're using here. And today, our top stories were all done. I had them edited quite nicely, including a great interview with McGoffin County head coach Scotty McCoy about an even bigger event in his life than the Hornet football season, which is ongoing, and where they're headed. They have some high hopes. Well, they have some great hopes. High hopes might be a poor term of words there, but they do have some great hopes of doing something that's never happened with the McGoffin County football program this season. All that and some other news captured, edited, and ready to go. However, our new computer system that I did all that work on today is not letting me export it back out at this hour. We've got a technician, a.k.a. Dad, in the next room trying to figure out the problem. I hope to have those stories for you in a bit of a lurch at this very moment, with my apologies. I hope you understand. But I can tell you, we'll get it fixed one way or the other. And we've always got a backup, just wasn't using it. It is going to be a big week news-wise. I've got a reminder about one of our sponsors and a massive giveaway that they're doing about a sure thing. Someone will win thousands of dollars in cash and prizes in just a few days. If you haven't registered, you'll certainly need to. Hope to have that tomorrow. I've got another trip to the Pumpkin Patch down at White Oak and a story there. And it's a really amazing and very touching horse story about a very special animal and its owner who were separated for several years and have been reunited. We've got that just in the works, and we hope to have that for you soon. McGoffin County Fiscal Court meets in the morning. It is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, a couple associated reports with that. So a great deal to get to, and we'll see what we're getting to in just a few moments on tonight's program. Once again, we're barring any further technical difficulties, which, remains to be seen, but we'll get to that just as best as we can in a few moments. It was interesting to note, though, since I've got a little time to fill, the Kentucky Lottery has now surpassed $2 billion in scholarships. The organization has passed that very significant milestone in scholarships and grant monies handed out over the last 14 years of the Kentucky Lottery's existence. Spokesmen for the lottery say that actually $2.05 billion has gone to fund need-based and merit-based grants and scholarships across the Commonwealth from '99 through this year. By statute in Kentucky, 55% of the lottery revenue funds must go to the need-based college access program and Kentucky tuition grants. The remaining 45% goes to the Kentucky Educational Excellence Scholarship Program. As far as unclaimed prize money, which you'd be surprised, it amounts to quite a bit. It goes into the KEES Reserve Fund. It helps keep the program financially viable and stable. The initial $3 million in the Kentucky Lottery proceeds each year go to the University of Kentucky's Read to Achieve program. A total of $42 million goes to that in the Collaborative Center for Literacy Development. So there is some good that certainly comes out of the lottery, says spokespersons. New research out there this evening suggests that high levels of BPA, one of the ingredients, if you will, in the plastic bottles and such that we use on a daily basis, and canned food linings and many other such items might raise the risk of miscarriage in women prone to that problem or having trouble getting pregnant. The work is not nearly enough to prove a link, but it adds, quote, the biological plausibility that BPA might affect fertility and other aspects of health. This is according to Dr. Linda Gudish, a California biochemist who is president of the American Society of Reproductive Medicine. The study was presented today at the group's annual conference in Boston. BPA and other environmental chemicals can have very weak hormone-like effects. Tests show BPA in nearly everyone's urine, though the chemical has been removed from baby bottles and many reusable drink containers in the past few years. The FDA says that the BPA is safe as used now in other food containers. Most miscarriages are due to egg or chromosome problems, and a study in mice suggested BPA might influence that risk. With a federal grant, that doctor and other researchers studied 115 newly pregnant women with a history of infertility or miscarriage. 68 wound up having miscarriages, 47 had live births. The study, they say, is not cause for alarm, but it's far from reassuring at the same time that BPA is safe for such women. Well, a little more information on the pastor who still stands accused, who is set for arraignment day after tomorrow in Kentucky after 3 people were murdered in cold blood in a pawn shop in Danville. A tip came into authorities, that individual, unidentified, saying that he or she had had a conversation with the accused pastor, and that comments or remarks that took place in that conversation led police, at least in part, to the ultimate arrest last week. The case, as you well know, has shocked the community in and around Danville and everywhere else. Not just a triple murder, but police say a local pastor who attended the funeral services of some of the deceased is the one guilty of the crimes. More information coming to light. Police now are revealing via documents that they made the arrest in part after a Michigan resident, an anonymous informant, if you will, called authorities after having a conversation that he outlined with Kenneth Keith, the pastor accused of the crimes, in which Kenneth told this anonymous individual that he personally knew the deceased, Daniel Smith, the gold broker who was in the store that day, as well as the other deceased, the Hawkins Smiths, Michael and Angela, and that he knew that they were all 3 in the store, usually on Fridays, conducting business, and that Smith would often carry anywhere from $30,000 to $40,000 on his person. Also, as the conversation progressed, the anonymous caller also said that Keith, the accused, became defensive when talking about the Hawkins Smiths and said that they weren't innocent and they were guilty of costing him a whole lot of money. The only other information that we know officially is that we know that 48-year-old Kenneth Keith remains lodged in the Boyle County Detention Center after the triple homicide that took place on the 20th of last month. It did claim the life of 38-year-old Angela and her husband, 35-year-old Michael, their 2 children, their son, of which 9-year-old Andrew called 911 after he and his younger sister hid in a closet until the suspect left. Keith served as a former pastor to Mr. Hawkins Smith. They even became friends, and they even had purchased the business from him sometime prior to the triple murders that took place at the very same location. Witnesses described seeing an individual leave in a silver van that matches the description both physically and of the automobile to Keith and the vehicle he drives, a 2008 Dodge Caravan. And again, he is to be officially and formally arraigned on Wednesday of this week. I'll be right back.
Fall is here, and it's time to rake in the savings at Home Furniture. Come in now for the largest sale ever on select bedroom suites. Prices have been drastically reduced, up to 40% off. All in-stock recliners or buy one, get one half off. Purchase a big screen TV, get a sound bar free. Seasons may change, but we'll always have financing available for everyone, guaranteed. Come in today while supplies last and take advantage of these huge savings at Home Furniture, Highlands Plaza, Prestonsburg.
In recognition of our grand reopening and in honor of you, Hutch Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC in Paintsville is celebrating with employee pricing for everyone. And you keep the rebates on any new 2013 or 2014 car, truck, or SUV and on all our pre-owned inventory. And register now with absolutely no purchase necessary for our grand reopening grand prizes. $10,000 in cash, $3,000 in cash, and 300 gallons of gasoline given away to someone on October the 26th at Hutch. Whether you want to be feared or favored, funny or frightful this Halloween, Fraser's Prater Drug Seasonal Shop has everything you'll ever need for the mood or effect you desire. And while we never know just how colorful our natural landscape will be at autumn, we are for always certain the season is vibrant inside the region's largest selection of fall and home decor. So come and see what surprises and delights await you at Fraser's Prater Drug Seasonal Shop in downtown Sagersville.
At the end of every race, Mark Martin hangs up his driving gloves. He hangs up his fire suit. And he hangs up his helmet. which is why he picks up his phone and opens the ER Extra app. The app shows ER Extra wait times, locations, and more. It's the one safeguard Mark Martin is never without. ER Extra at Paul B. Hall Regional Medical Center. Extra fast, extra easy, extra great.
170s, 500, 570, 800, 900s, 2 seats, 4 seats, Razors, Rangers, and XPs in the hottest colors with the coolest accessories with the best financing available and rebates up to $1,000 at Connelly's, Kawasaki, and Polaris of Paintsville.
Hi, I'm Don McFarland. I want to be your family lawyer. If you've been injured on the job, if you're interested in getting your Social Security disability or SSI benefits, or if you've been injured because of someone else's negligence, or basically, if a car wreck has caused you to suffer pain, then pick up the phone and call Donald Wayne, 349-9000.
Sagersville Nursing and Rehabilitation Center is proud to announce the newest members of our family, Administrator Lane Jones and our full-time chaplain Mark Campbell and volunteer Richard Green, new faces with the same sincere desire as these, to assist you and your family with short-term rehabilitation solutions or long-term nursing care needs, close to home and those that you love. Sagersville Nursing and Rehabilitation.
I've still got my top stories pending. We're still working to try to get them on the program. They're all done and edited and ready to go. Bear with me. For now, let's go on, though, and find out what's on tonight's community calendar. I do have that ready and waiting.
Monday starts off with a birthday on the calendar, and this birthday is for Gwen McKenzie. I got a lot of names on here, Gwen. Husband Chris, son Jonathan, mom, dad, friends Scotty, Annie, Stephanie, and a whole lot of other friends and family want to say happy birthday today to their friend and loved one, Gwen McKenzie. First up, an announcement from the Magoffin County Fiscal Court. They have a meeting set for tomorrow, a regular session of the Magoffin County Fiscal Court. I'll have a camera there. We will have coverage, I promise, and technical difficulties will not plague us again tomorrow. This is kind of the last little step as far as the new software and everything we're using, and I'm sure it's a very minor little issue or glitch or switch I need to flip that I'm just struggling with, so my apologies for tonight, and I still may be able to get our stories on that we have ready to go, so bear with me. But for now, the rest of the calendar, and we will have coverage of the fiscal court meeting for you as it will be filmed tomorrow morning. They meet at 8:30 in the morning. A reminder to all of our Vietnam veterans out there, the local chapter of DAV here in Sagersville, Magoffin County would like to hear from you. If you would like to be a participant in the ceremony in regards to Veterans Day, please call him. Call Jeremy at 367-3734 or Henry at 349-5235. They'd like to hear from you by the 1st of November if you would like to participate on November the 11th. You've still got a little time left. I hear they're having a howl of a good time at the Sagersville Masonic Lodge's Haunted Trail. Friday and Saturdays before Halloween and on Halloween, weather permitting. So far it has. They're on Upper Mash Fork Road, just off New 460. You can't miss them. Community Free Will Baptist Church, just a last reminder for you, has revival ongoing nightly, 7 p.m. between now and the 19th. And that is from Pastor James Matthew Cottle, who invites you to come and join them. They're on Route 40, just east of Sagersville. The Sagersville High School class of 1971, I am just being told today, has a class reunion set for the Ramey Park, in the Ramey Park, this Saturday, 1 o'clock. In case of rain, the picnic's going to be moved into the Fellowship Hall of the First Baptist Church, just right across the road there. Food will be barbecue and all the fixings, catered by Jackie Prater of the Lunchbox. It's just $10 per person. You can pay at the park when you get there, or the church. Classmates, bring your families, yearbooks, horseshoes, cornhole games, memories, whatever you would like, and just spend some time with those who graduated with you back in 1971, the year I was born, matter of fact, not to make you feel a little older. Nevertheless, 1 o'clock this Saturday for the high school class of Sagersville of 1971. The annual Christmas in November is coming up on the 1st and 2nd of November. If you would like to, as a vendor, set up some tables, call 349-4409 or 349-4416 and call me anytime you've got an announcement just like these. They're always free. And they're followed by the funeral service announcements brought to you by our friends, the Magoffin County Funeral Home. Announcements begin tonight with one from the Paintsville area. It's in honor of 88-year-old Verley Van Hoos, who passed away on Saturday. Services are set for tomorrow morning at 11 in Paintsville. And I'm told by the Magafa County Funeral Home that arrangements have been set in honor of 32-year-old Bridget Ann Howard of Sagersville, who passed away on Saturday, the daughter of Tommy and Kathy Russell Howard. Besides her parents, she's survived by her sisters, Stephanie Montgomery and Felicia Kraft. Visitation is this evening for Bridget Ann. It continues all day tomorrow and up until services begin Wednesday of this week at 1. Visitation and services are from the Magafa County Funeral Home, and burial will follow thereafter at the Lee Howard Cemetery on Coon Creek here in Magafa County. Faster, friendlier, family-owned Parkway Pharmacy, open 8:30 till 6:30 Monday through Friday in the new Magafa Medical Plaza under the care of local pharmacist Jesse Rudd. To make Parkway Pharmacy your pharmacy, come by or give us a call at 349-4400. Bailey's Furniture has done it again. This beautiful queen-size sleigh bed, media center, and matching chest are only $295 each, whether you buy one or buy them all. And you can save $400 and get a second nightstand with this gorgeous Von Bassett group. Lazy Boy rocker recliners start at $295 and Catnapper lift chairs start at $689 at Bailey's Furniture and GE Appliance Center. Stop by to see how, with a guaranteed trade-in, you can drive off in this gorgeous 2011 Hyundai Sonata for $17,950 or $299 a month, or how to drive off with a little soul for $12,950 or $235 a month, or how to drive off with a lot of style in this Dodge Ram Daytona at $15,950, all at Premier Motors in Paintsville.
Howdy, Hatfield. I reckon I'll take my pig back.
Ain't your pig.
Yeah, it is.
No, it ain't.
Yeah, it is, and I can prove it. Ma, I just sent a picture of our missing pig. Tell everybody it's time to start feuding.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
I guess ain't gonna be no feud. Real nice picture, though.
Well, put it on Instagram.
Appalachian Wireless is 4G. Great pictures, video, text, and talk. Bigger savings, better service. That's today's Appalachian Wireless.
Game time means wing time at Lee's, and that means it's time for you to try our new buffalo wings. I can't tell you our secret, but I can tell you they're marinated and then rolled in our famous, albeit a little spicy, crispy chicken batter and served up with any of our 7 delectable sauces. So get your hands on a meal or a box today at your Sagersville Lee's famous recipe, where no one does chicken like we do chicken. The lights are on, the doors are open, and the shelves are being stocked every day with brand new styles, selection, and sizes, and all the popular names that you've been missing. Red's Boot Barn is back on 114 here in Sagersville, and they've already got these styles and many more in. You need to stop by, check them out. All the big sales, as always, and all right here in Sagersville, their brand new location. It's so new it doesn't even have a name, but it does have an amazing taste all its own. 4 pancakes, butter, syrup, plus your choice of any of our dozens of DQ toppings with a little whipped cream on top, and of course some of our world-famous DQ soft serve. And you can add bacon, sausage, or even a little country ham for a full-blown breakfast treat. So sink your taste buds into a quarter or even half-pound grill burger fixed exactly like you like it. And you want to know the best part? James says you can have either one for breakfast as early as you want, but only at your Sagersville DQ. From time and money saving services like their overdraft protection, telephone and online banking services, to finding the right home, college, or car loan, to personalized checking and savings accounts designed around your exact needs, Sagersville National Bank is still your best choice and the same locally owned and operated bank that's been looking out for your family's financial health since 1902. Sagersville National, restoring the piggy bank population one savings at a time. It's at this time that we would have been airing at least one of our top stories that I have this evening. I have worked very hard today on a couple of things, including coverage of homecoming this past Friday night. A great interview I did today with Hornet head coach Scotty McCoy. Highlights from the game. Another top story or two this evening, all of which are in the computer edited. I'm literally looking at them right now. We have, for the past several weeks, I know I've referred to it on more than one occasion, have completely gone through and updated and put in some new equipment here. It's been a bit of a learning curve, and I thought the learning curve was all straightened out, with the exception I have just now learned of one little technicality, which I'm sure is just someone could tell me exactly what the problem is. However, the past 2 hours, and literally as the show is being filmed and produced right now, I still cannot export it out to you. This is some raw footage of which we did edit. I did edit earlier today. So with that said, I will, regardless, have it ironed out over the course of the evening, and maybe even before the 11 o'clock show, I might be back and have it in its entirety, which I will if we can get it done. Nevertheless, one way or the other, we'll be back tomorrow night with these and other stories that I mentioned at the top of the program, and some really, really neat stories that we hope to have for you here the next day or so. But for now, that's the end of the program. We're cutting it short. I'll have everything worked out one way or the other, I do promise. And again, we'll be giving you a little bit of a taste and tour of what we've been working on here, hopefully very, very soon, as this hope will be the last hurdle that we have to jump in order to getting everything online and updated and new and improved for what will be the start of our 15th year in just a few days, which is kind of what we were hoping to have all of this coincide with. So more on our Hornets football scores and all those stories that I referred to a few moments ago. Your weather forecast, you kind of know what's coming. Tomorrow is going to be kind of like today, 70s, partly sunny, a few clouds, and then after that, a cold front comes and changes things up. We'll hear from Coach McCoy here and some other folks when I see you back here tomorrow. So with that said, thank you for understanding. Hope this is the last time you have to for a long, long time. And we'll be back here tomorrow night for more of Your News Today. Good night, everybody, and a sincere thank you for watching.